We have been talking about that quarterback room in New England since the day Brady left, and you kept telling us it's Stidham. It's going to be Stidham. And now Andy Dalton is a free agent. And I'm wondering if the cash-strapped Patriots would figure out a way to bring Andy Dalton to New England.
I really don't know if they are anxious to do so. I mean, I was told early on in the process that, and when Brady was still a Patriot, that the Patriots were not going to be going that holdover veteran-type route, mid-tier guy. So that's what I've stuck with. I haven't been disabused of that. So I think we saw last week with what they did in the draft that they feel okay about Stidham. To me, Andy Dalton is just a souped-up Brian Hoyer. It's the same kind of guy. And what are you going to get? See, that's the thing, Rich, is trying to figure out what the Patriots are. You know, Mike Florio tried to say, okay, who are the 10 teams that Sean Payton was talking about as in terms of our consequential in the NFL? Because there's 10 every year. And Mike immediately included the Patriots. And I wonder if that's even true. I wonder if the Patriots are a consequential team in 2020. Because when you look at the status of their roster, I don't think they are. They don't have the cap room to bring on Andy Dalton, A. And B, whether you bring on Andy Dalton or not, I don't know if this is going to be a team that goes better than 10-6 or 11-5 and goes very deep. So find out what you got instead of.
Yeah, I guess that's the idea, is find out what you have instead of him. But Dalton, you know, I know you souped up Brian Hoyer. By the way,
I disagree with that.
I mean that is some because I mean he does have some good numbers in Cincinnati. Tom, he just did not perform well under the lights. That's the one thing you could say about Dalton. And in New England, they're going to be playing a lot of games under lights, you know, because they're the New England Patriots. They're Belichick. It's post Brady. But, you know, it really is what is the evaluation to Stidham? That's really what it is right now.
Maybe I have a higher regard for Hoyer than most people do. And, again, he's got a 4-pick playoff game where he submarined his team before it was out of the first quarter once. So that's what people are stuck with, too. I don't think Hoyer's that bad. Certainly don't think that Andy Dalton is an offensive option. I don't. So I don't want to make it sound that way, but what are you as the New England Patriots? What are you trying to achieve this year? Because championship-driven is nice and everything, but I don't think that they can seriously look in the mirror and say that we're championship-driven this year. They have to build in a lot of different spots. So I just think it's prolonging the inevitable if you bring in Andy Dalton to take over that spot, because he's not going to sit there and watch Jarrett Stidham all year. He's coming in to start.
So what will New England's philosophy for 2020 be, Tom?
What's their prognosis?
What's their philosophy? You know, because
their philosophy has to be to tear the Band-Aid off financially. Mm-hmm. They're taking the bite with the $13 million for Brady. There's another $4 million kicking around from Antonio Brown. There's about $20 million in dead cap money, maybe more, that's hitting their cap. So tear the Band-Aid off there. In the draft, you know, they moved back, but what they got was a second-round pick who's probably a year away at a position that's older but good. So Kyle Duggar comes in and he learns how to play from Chung and McCourty. So he's not even a guy who's going to walk in and contribute. The Patriots are sending every signal they can that they're rebuilding, and they acknowledge that. They did it in the second round with, you know, 2 tight ends who are complementary but, you know, project guys. They sent it in free agency. They didn't go out spending. You know, I just think that, you know, that is their philosophy this year. We're going to be smarter. We're going to be tougher. We're going to reinstill a culture. We're going to be a post-Brady team that figures out who it is and what it wants to be. But I just think it's fascinating to watch, and that's why we keep talking about it. But it's not what people think. It's not going to be a continuation of what we just saw for the last decade, nor for the last 2 decades.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.